Welcome back to Inside Baker. Tricia Shelton sat down with Susan Wade to talk about the Career and the Student Development Center.
All right, Susan, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Tricia, for having me.
So there's a lot of new faces this year in the Student Development Office, as I'm sure most students have noticed. What can you tell us about that?
Well, right in my department, I have a new person named Kelly Burns. She's the new coordinator in career development, as Cassie has moved over to Student Activities Director, and we're very excited about that for her. We also have a new associate dean, Teresa Clounth, who started in the middle of the summer. She comes from KU and has great credentials, and she's a great addition to our staff. And then we also have Cassie Bailey, who will be starting November 1st. And she is Walt Bailey's daughter-in-law, and we're just so excited about having her start with us. So we're really looking forward to her coming.
So you mentioned that you have someone new with you in the Career Development Center. How is that going? How is the Career Development Center progressing this year?
Kelly's doing a great job, and we're having a lot of fun. We've got an intern this semester as well, which has really been a new addition for us. Josh McDaniel is a senior. He's getting his degree in HR management and has already had an internship in that area. And so he's going to be working with students on resumes and cover letters and also doing some mock interviews with students. So he's available to see students on an appointment basis. So we're really excited about that.
Okay, and what other kinds of activities do you guys have going? Are the interviews, are they just whenever students want to schedule them? Or?
Mm-hmm. Well, this semester I'm really putting the focus more on individual appointments. We are doing a few workshops. We've had the senior disorientation and the accounting reception, and we'll also be doing another workshop on internships coming up. But we're doing more individual appointments this semester, so students can make an appointment with myself. They can drop by and see Kelly anytime, and then making an appointment with Josh as well. Kelly's able to set those up for Josh as well.
So what is the advantage then of doing like an individual appointment as opposed to a group scheduling?
Well, obviously you can really tailor the appointment to what the student's needs are. So if they have never done a resume before, we can start at the beginning. If someone just needs to update it, then we can certainly work on that. Some people have some really specific questions on internships, and then a lot of people come in and really just want some support and help looking at picking a major. And that's one of my favorite areas to work with students on, is working on assessments and some one-on-one look at people's strengths and interests, and that's really done best on a one-on-one basis.
So if someone is considering some different majors, what kinds of suggestions would you have for them as far as how to decide?
Well, I think it's really important to talk to other people, other students that are in that major. What do they like about it? Talk to the faculty, find out what their interests and research are in that area. And then talk to people that hopefully that are working in that area that have careers possibly in that major, to find out what they like about their careers as well. So.
Well, that sounds like good advice. Now, we've focused on the Career Center, but what about the other areas of student development? For people that don't know, what all does that encompass?
Well, you know, we really take care of the student outside of the classroom. So we work with housing, counseling. The health center is part of our area. Physical health as well as counseling needs. I mentioned housing, student activities. Cassie's very involved in setting up after-hours activities for students, just making sure that there's lots to do on weekends and evenings, and lots of opportunities for students to get together and meet each other.
Socialize outside of the classroom.
Absolutely.
So can you speak to what some of the activities planned are, or is that not really your area?
Well, I can tell you that we have Parent Weekend coming up really soon, and that's a lot of fun for families and for students to visit with their families, and there'll be a great football game that day as well. And then Alumni Weekend is coming up as well. I know Cassie's working on that. So.
All right, well, those sound like some good activities. Is there anything else that you want to share about the Career Center or student development? Or
we just encourage students to come on up and visit with us. Kim Hubble is our new assistant in the area, and Ron is still there, and so we've got, we're always smiling face. We're always happy to see the students. We want them to know that they're always welcome.
All right, excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tricia. We'll now go to KNBU reporter Jessica Mullican to talk about Baker's new mascot.
Freshman Reina Murphy came up with our new mascot name, Wowzer. So tell us, Reina, how did you come up with the name Wowzer for our new Wildcat mascot?
Basically, me and my roommate, Lauren Miller, were in our room just coming up with ideas. We didn't know if we wanted to enter or not, and we were trying to come up with W adjectives, and we also wanted something that rhymed with Wildcat, and so I was just sitting there, and I just said Wowzer, and Lauren was like, I was like, what do you think, Lauren? And she's like, I don't know, and so I thought it was kind of stupid, so I was going to enter it online, but I decided not to, so.
All right, so where were you when you found out that your name was the winning name?
I was actually in class and I got a phone call, but I didn't answer it because I didn't recognize the number. But after class, I checked my voicemail, and it was the lady from the athletic department saying that I'd won, and I just started screaming, and I was with my friend Christina, and we just were really excited when we found out.
The 150th celebration activities will continue for the rest of the year. Jessica Mullican, KNBU.
Thanks, Jessica. Other activities include student concerts, the Artist and Lecture Series, and more.